Greetings, Mike here with the Administrators. Hey, I want to address a couple of things today. Oh yeah, this is the Ram Bull sessions. The Ram, the higher mind, the Bull, the lower mind, and the beast that must be sacrificed. Had some questions about scriptures, the books. The Bible is quantum fact. Yeah, Yeshua, Yahuwah, Yeshua, Yahweh, Thalem, taught quantum before it was a theory. Long before it was a theory. Adam is the atom, rumpa-pum-pum, with Eve in everything, everywhere, forever. And the ribbon, the DNA, the ribonucleic acid, the RNA in your DNA is the rib. Electrons hop from ring to ring. They hop, sing, ring to ring. I want to read a scripture that's kind of confusing, and maybe confusing, maybe not. A lot of things are confusing. They like it that way. It's intentional. Confusion is part of the game to control your mind. Mind control. The controllers want to control your mind. So we don't let that happen. You don't play we don't let that program repeat over and over in our head. I think I already said before, the claustrum is the white sheet, the white paper. This is the mountaintop. Got to wear a lot of hats up on the mountaintop. Lots of hats, Mahatma. And you got to know a little mythology. Or you get messed up if you don't know your mythology. Mythology and the gnosis and Mithra. You'll Mithra. You know the Apis bull? You know any bull? What do you know about bull? Better know your bull. I'm the Toreador. I know a little bit about bull. Spin him, I don't shoot him. Ride the bull, 8 seconds. Cowboy. And you win, cowboy. Yes, Jesus was born in the stable. Only spoke in parable. Has the red letters in the Bible. Sit at the head of the table. The guy knows a lot about bull. He is the dime. He is the dime and is the menu. Yahoo. He's the menu. He's on the menu. But let's read a little parable. See what it says. I like this one. I like this one because it's about the rock. So what we need to know about is the rock. The rock's what's been missing. Therefore, this is out of Matthew. I'm going to take it to the mat and chew on it a little bit. Hew the tree. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will like him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, And the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. So again, we're talking about a transformed mind here, and the rock is the pineal gland. You got to roll away the stone, you know. The pineal gland, it's been hidden for centuries. This little light of mine, you got to let it shine. Try to put your light out. Try to dim your candle. You got to flame it up. Flame boy. Can you be flame boy? As I say, you know, a drop in the water, you're the ocean. You're become the water, you know. If you're a flame in the fire, little flame, big fire. Yellowstone, fire rock. This is the old geyser welling it up. As above, so below. It's all right here in the book. If you understand the book. Oh, and the floods? You want some of the flood? There's a flood of electrons coming off of that sun. But the flood of DMT, when the levee break, the flood of DMT, that's the milk and honey. That's the living waters. And that's from the crystal ship of the pineal gland, shipping the mint. That's how they ship the mint. Happens in the third ventricle. Jesus entered the temple at 12. All children should enter the temple by 12. Don't keep the children from Jesus. Yahweh. They should be opening that pineal gland, that third eye, by 12. Then they won't get caught up in this Maya, the Maya. See, there's the Mayan calendar and there's the Aztec calendar. Really, it's all Aztec. Let's go Aztec here. I've told you before, in the scriptures right here, follow the man with a jar of water into his house. Well, the man with the jar of water is the Native Americans of North and South America, the indigenous. I'm on a Mexican radio, whoa, whoa, on a frequency far from home. Yeah, you got to go to a freak in here to get there, and it's far from home because you don't freak that way. It's pretty far from home for you. It's far from home for me. How do you get in? Well, you don't think about it. You know, meditation, it's not what you think. But fear not. Fear not. Find something to not think about. I kind of like not thinking about the hum of the refrigerator. So now I'm chilling with Frigga in the fridge. Frigga, Freya. You know, Thor, Odin, Freya, Frigga. Friday. Thursday's Thursday, Frigga's Friday. And Saturday is Saturn's day. Saturn's the leader of the pack. Jack. Let's talk about the marriage ceremony. See, it happens in the third ventricle. That's also known as the arch. The ark and the fiery furnace. And who waits there? Well, Hesta. Hesta. Zeus had a sister, and she's at the hearth side, the fire side. But it's really Jesus and Mary, depending on your culture. Mores. Jesus and Mary wait together, just like Adam and Eve are together. Jesus and Mary are together, waiting for you to come into the temple. The temple is within, the kingdom is within. This book says go within. The red letters say do this, and nobody's doing that. Spending all this time analyzing the rest of the words, stories, lore. It's quantum physics, metaphysics, and cosmology. The Mazzaroth, the big wheel that keeps on turning. It's the zodiac. Aquarius. Right now we're in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, but he's the water bearer. He's also the Native Americans of North and South America. Let's go back to that. We are to follow them into the next stage. Well, we're in it now. They take us back to the future. So we got to learn the old ways again. Because the ways we're going now are just aren't going to take us there. Yeah, you want the flood of DMT, and you want the rain, the purple rain. Purple rain is red wine. Wyandotte, the red wine of DMT. The new wine, the first miracle, water to wine. Learn it. Practice it every day. Wino. Let the river flow. There's all kinds of songs about it. Subconscious mind's in there going, there's something it's talking to me. God, it's like they were talking to me. Well, they are. They all are. You get right down to it, I was talking the other day, I got your papers? He said, I got some TP for you. Well, TP. T is light, and it's the cross. P means joy. Joy of the P. There's your TP. I got a role to play. Explain some of this stuff. What you talking about, Ricky? Ricky. The Ricci. It's the enlightened person. They're rich. Hey, Reich means rich. You got your third rich? You third rich, third eye rich, third eye blind. Like, sometimes I just walk around and I'm mashing lyrics and songs. Now that I need one, I can't do it. It'll come to me. It'll come back. They always do. Spin around. Say turn. See, spin around. Say turn. Saturn. Break it down. Break dance. Twerk. Break dance. Do the wah wah to see. I don't know. See, the church is in it for the prophets. Church is in it for the prophets. God don't need your money. The poor people need your money. And a lot of times you give to the church, they're supposed to be given to the poor. Some do, some don't. Some just give to themselves. Jesus, your prosperity gospel people. Look into what they own and where their money goes, what they're doing with it. They ain't feeding the poor. They ain't clothing the poor. They're building big old buildings and buying property and boats. Airplanes. Hey, you might need an airplane. I'm not saying you shouldn't have it. I don't think you need 3, 4, 5 of them. Then go out and do flybys. Where's the ego in that one? There's a lot of ego there. It's a sales pitch. Spirituality's free. You can't buy your way into heaven. You know, I like Leon Russell. I like J.J. Cale because they're both preachers and you just don't get it. You don't see it. You don't hear it. That's all I hear in these guys. But once you've had a breakthrough, once you're on the other side, once you do the crossover, you're no longer a Nazi. And you see through the mayonnaise, the Maya. Gotta go 7-Up. We've all been condimented. Remember the Dr. Demento show? Dr. Demento. Get down on your knees and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Yeah, they got you kneeling at a pine pew. You're supposed to kneel the pineal. Little transfer case they have going on there. Transfer case. In your transmission, you have a transfer case in your car. Used to do a little networking, you know, with the Novell, Ethernet, ArcNet, token ring. The LANs and the WANs, the wide area networks, the local area networks. And the wham bam, thank you, man. Tipping ring, you know, there was what, tipping ring? Tippy Canoe and Tyler too. Where all these sayings come from? These cliches. The cliche from Nietzsche. Nietzsche had have a niche. Nietzsche had a niche. And have a cliche for his niche. I'm here in my niche. It's my little niche. Yeah, there's a line of my Pontifex Maximus, you know. Candy wrapper don't have much to say. Some poison wrap pretty, you know. Stone River. Water ain't running no more. Double entendre there. As you roll away the stone, you know, you've got to let the levee break, let the purple rain flow. It's DMT. Yahweh is the door. Jesus is the doorway. We adore him. We adorn him. He arose. She arose. Fragrance and fragments. Got some fragments in your mind. See, the devil's working overtime in there. He's your ego. I'll let go of my ego. Hard to do. He's a liar. He's a liar in there. The ego will mess with you. The universe will mess with you. Or you think it does because it's your ego. Thinks in everything. See, it's a mindset and it's a mind game. And the battle is for your mind. And who's mastering it? Who's buying the bullshit? What bullshit you buying today? The media, you know, they're the delivery system of all this nonsense. Eve was deceived by her own 5 senses. Even Zappa told you years ago, you know, the ooze or the slime oozing from your TV set. It's just there to steer you in a direction. More programming you. Some of the programs are trying to tell you something and you're missing it. Missing the boat. Because your ship's not anchored right. Popeye was anchored. Popeye. See, I'm here just open eyes. Hopefully just one. And you'll see what I see. You know, I was doing a little sun gazing the other day. You know, I told you the world will lie to you. I've learned that at 4. So it says, don't do this. Well, we better do that. We better run and hurry up and do that and find out why they said not to. There's a reason. Because you're going to find some truth. You're going to see some things they don't want you to see. Hey, I was shown the silver platter. I've seen the Ouroboros, you know, the snake chasing its tail. I've seen the red shift, blue shift, and the wow, 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 wow coming right off that thing. Angles or angels of light? Crosshairs, cross eyes. Gnosis, look down your nose at something. Find the rabbit hole. Open the door and find the rabbit hole. Close the door, open the door. Yeah, I saw the silver platter the other day. I was so amazed. First time I've seen the silver platter, and I've been doing this a while. But it's like the silver platter went over the gold plate, covered it up. Huh, that's a new one. Silver platter. Serving it up on a silver platter. It's all there for you to see. Put on a show for you to see. Right up there. That's why the first day was at night, because the stars are the show. Hear what I'm saying? The stars are the show. They only come out at night. After midnight. Hey, they call me the breeze. We're shooting it. Because we shoot it. Yeah, kale, that's amazing. You know, kale is, go back to kale. You know, kale is green and purple. Purple rain. And green is the heart color of the heart chakra. You know, its earth is green. So you need to learn the symbology of earth. Earth, air, fire, and water. There's your 4 gods. 4 gods in one. God of fire. God of air. Aquarius. God of fire. That was Ahura Mazda. The symbology for the earth, though, it's a V, the line through it. It can be up there, it can be down there. I'm going to reference all these, make sure I get everything right. Now, air sign, Aquarius, Aleph of God, and they turn, you know, you turn that over, and it's an ox, basically. Oxygen. He is the oxygen and the leader, the Aleph. Oh, I said the twice. The. Al means the. See, all this stuff is so programmed in our heads. We gotta unlearn it and relearn. We gotta remind ourselves. We gotta repent and remind. Fire. It's an upside down V. And then water is the cup. It's the V. You see, capturing the water. So you got to know those symbols. Then you got to know that the cross is a symbol for the plasma, the everything else out there. See, Put that in parentheses. Actually, I think at one time the T's, when it's the beginning and the end of words, the is just he. Theology or the heology? Helios. Heliology. Heology. See the corona, the ring of fire? Burn, burn, burn. Oh, that ring of fire. A ring of fire. It's right there. Corona. 1-9. One is the one ring to rule them all. 9 is consciousness. Little bird told me. A crow named Hugin. We've gone over this. We'll do it again. You know, the Bible, 66 books, well, that's Freemasonry. That's their thing. They're numbers people, gematria. And there's a whole book of numbers. But see, it was canonized means edited and corrupted. So it's missing stuff, information, you know. Where's Thomas? Well, he's out there with Waldo, I guess, somewhere. Waldo, you and Thomas out there together somewhere. Yeah, he's up in the star system. You know, John the Baptist said another would come and baptize you with fire. And that's how we change the world. The world will never be destroyed by fire. Only this worldly mind will be destroyed and transformed. It'll be emulsified. That's why you got to go into the fiery furnace. See, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were transformed in the fiery furnace. That all burned up in there, but they weren't smoky. Bear with me. Spirit bear is my, or the bear is my animal spirit. A bunch of them are. They all are. Which one isn't? I'm a whale. You know, you can wail in anguish or you can wail in pain. Jonah, how many days can you stomach that puke? Whale, you know, that whale puke in the stomach. Well, get out of there. You know, you can get out of there. Boink, I'm out. Change your mind that fast. See, the devil, the demons, are those thoughts that the ego throws in your head. That's what that's all about. The demon's in you. Klaus and Klaustrom, you know, Santa Claus and Satan. Same guy. Two sides of the same guy. They're Janus and January. Looking forward, looking back. And you got to know that with your four gods in one, there's three aspects to each of those gods. Or you. Three aspects of you. Little sheep. The magic's in the W, the U, and the U. Duality. You know, the snake has the forked tongue. It's a sai. S-A-I. T's and D's interchange too. See, if you look at some old Odin, you'll see the D is crossed. But Odin and Eden. See, Odin, you got one ring. Single-eyed God. You go out into the forest for your rest of life. You go to Eden, that's the garden of delight. And you go to weed the garden, you know. I weed the garden. A couple of ways. With weed, because I'm ADD. Jesus and Mary are the comforters. So I weed the garden. Helps me get out of this world and into this world. That's why they didn't like it. They don't want you meditating. You might find God. God might find you. That's what it's all about. Transform mind. If you transform your mind, then they're no longer controlling you. And you don't wear the mask. You don't take the jab. And you fear nothing. Because there's nothing to fear. You know, they said the demons, the dragon, the old devil, he brought down all these angels, No, he didn't. You did that. You did that. Yes, there's a constellation, Draco the dragon. Draco is so big, it takes up 4 months worth of sky. That's a third of the heavens. So when Draco falls, they all fall. They all fall down. Y'all are falling down. It's a chink in your armor because you don't understand symbology. Subconscious mind does. And they're using it against you. And they have been for 5,000 generations, 2,000 years. And it got really, really, really good about 400 years ago when they really figured it out even better. They had it figured out, but they had it figured out even better. They really got it organized. Like I said, they cut off your gnosis, our gnosis, and been harvesting that crop ever since. That's the problem today. They're worried about too many people like this becoming awake. Hey, you people that are woke, you still have to sleep. Get awake. Wake up. Get awake. Waking call. Wake up call. What time is it? Time is now, and there's no other time but now. Yeah, I'll get to it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow never comes. Actually, the past, present, and future are all right now. Here it is. Yeah, kale. Gotta have some of that ale. Purple Rain. Prince and his Purple Rain. He knew what he's talking about. Stone River. Water ain't running no more. Need to understand that. Have you made your peace with Jesus yet today? Hey, just do that and go on your merry way. Be on your merry way with Jesus and Mary. It's a frequency. They're freaks. They're freaks of love and compassion. That's a very high frequency. It's about that close to bliss. So you're on the path to bliss. They'll carry you on to bliss. They'll carry you to bliss. Now, I want you to think about the Fibonacci sequence, which is the golden rule, the golden mean. Golden rules do unto others. Golden mean is the Fibonacci sequence. And that's how everything grows. That's the pine cone. That's the... it's a ratio. It's a golden ratio. Rat-a-tat-tat. Ratio. The golden radio. Mexican radio. Whoa. See that voodoo? Got the wall of voodoo? Knocking down the walls. 7 times around Jericho to knock down the walls. Repent. Go back to 5. Knock down the mental blocks that others put in your head. The Universal Catholic Church did nothing but create a limited edition man. Not the unlimited edition man, which we are. We're unlimited. Unless you accept the fact, here. It's up to you. That is another choice. So you got all these choices. When you have a bad choice here, when your thought goes bad, sour, judgmental, the ego starts talking, it's language. It's time to drop it. Say turn. Nope. Nope. No. Don't go there. JJ's got another song about the sensitive kind. Don't mess with her mind. She's had a hard time. We all have, haven't we? Be the sensitive kind. What is it? Walk in their shoes? Just because it might look good doesn't mean it is. Poison's rep pretty all the time. And make a habit of it. Habits, bad habits. Good habits gone bad. Bad habits that don't even know they're bad. There's good habits out there that don't know they're bad. They haven't looked hard enough. They didn't question. That blind faith will just take you down a path of destruction. Blind faith will take you down the path of destruction. I don't give a shit what they say. It's what they want you on, a path of destruction. That's why I believe this. Just have this faith. I'm telling you, here's a collection plate. Can't buy your way in. But you can go all in. You got to go all in, though. It's not a gamble. It's not a gamble when you're all in. You don't look back. You don't look back. You just look at the way it is right here, right now. See the opportunity that's there and there and there and there. Low-hanging fruit. Miss a lot of opportunities just because the program makes sure you miss them. Phew. Phew. Like Luke said, we're going in. Did you go in? Have you been in? See, the preacher doesn't go in. He doesn't go in. He didn't. I had a preacher one time. I was trying to explain this stuff to him. And I told him, I said, it's really nobody walked the planet at that time the Bible was written named Jesus. Oh, he's ready to put up the dukes and fight about it. Blind faith. Just accept it. Well, they told me so I'm going to believe it. No, don't. The J was only invented in 1524. And when I told him that, and I told him that the first King James version of the Bible there wasn't a J in it, he finally kind of gave me that cockeyed look like, huh? Okay, maybe I better shut up. Maybe I better listen. Now, we all know everything. We're not going to listen. I used to sell computer hardware and software. I had two territories. I had the medical industry, I had the legal industry. Those lawyers know everything. You can't tell them nothing. Even about a computer, they know it all. They don't know jack. A doctor, he'll admit the fact he doesn't know anything about a computer. So he's a little more dependent on you to, analyze his situation, give him what he needs, just what he does for you. But lawyers know, they know. Because even if they don't, they're going to tell you they do, and then they go figure it out. Somehow, some way, that find the loophole and get around it. They'll find the workaround. There's always one. Bear claws, you gotta know your clauses. The cat claws retract. I still want to go back to Don Quixote and the coyote, and the fact that his little buddy's riding the donkey, and he's named Don Quixote. Don Quixote. Who is Oti? And who's Opie? And who's the Hopi? And who's Navajo Dine? They're the enlightened ones. They were more so enlightened than the rest of us. That was lost a long time ago. Stolen. Jammed it up and stole it like a bandit. Fish ain't a swimming. No one seems to care. Well, this ramble session's gotten long. It's probably time to move on down the line. Come back and do a baby come back. Come back, baby, come back. Don't be a stranger in a strange land. Don't be a loner. I'm kind of a loner. Some of us can handle it. Some of us can't. Some can't. That's why these people go nutty. That's why they commit suicide. That's why they want to shoot people. And they're driving you to it. They're trying to mess with your head. They talk about triggering. You got so many buttons that can be pushed in certain times that it just doesn't take much to trigger, does it? It's part of the temperament process. The count to 10. Response and react. They want those low emotions. They want that low vibratory outlook on life. That hopeless, there's no way out of here. There is no light at the end of my tunnel. That's where they want you. They. There is a they out there. But they are in your head, but they put themselves there. See? There's really no they to it. There's only they if you allow they to be they. Them. The controls. See, enough of us don't let them control us. More see it and go, I want more. I want to be like that. Be the example. The template. Yahweh, Thalem, was the template. And that means, Tim really means inner with. Tim, T-E-M. Inner with. Are you with him? Are you in him? And he's in you. He's already in you. You got to let him out. He's in you. Let him out. Go into the third temple and let Hiesta and, Jesus and Mary out. Walk with you hand in hand. Mary's ceremony, it's in the head. It's in the cerebellum. Cerebrum. You got your serenade. Manhattan Serenade. Mahatma. In is the sun. Serenade. That would be the milk and honey. You got your cerebellum and your cerebrum. And there's this little thing called serendipity. You got any serendip? Seren. And the serum. And the solutions. Raven's milk. Told you it's hard to milk a raven. But the Hugin and Munin, Odin's ravens, thought and memory from the cosmic consciousness. It's out there. The answers are out there. You got to retrieve them. Go out there and sniff around. Got to have a retriever. Lily, ready to go? Innate. Sniff it out. See, I can get carried away and off we go on another tangent. I better go out and catch some rays. Do a little sun worshipping. Look like George Hamilton. I can be a Hamilton. George. See, there's light in George. Now, you left the H out in the middle of it there, though. O-H-R is light. What is it? GE brings new things to life? What do they know? Yeah, electricity animates matter. That's what they know. Electricity animates matter. That's the matter. And you're just stardust, dirt, minerals, rocks. Each one of your cells, see, you're a community of cells. Each one of those cells produces about 1.4 volts of electricity that cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed or returned to sender for redistribution. Energy is a weird thing. So my first Great Dane, Duke, he was kind of red and white. He had red spots and white. He's incredible looking. Everybody just did nod over him. These incredible golden eyes. Wanted a million pats on his head. Loved everybody. I actually caught him eating an orange lily one time. Got it on video. Got pictures of it. He's eating an orange lily. Now I have a Great Dane. Her name is Lily. Huh. Isn't that funny? My second Great Dane, her name is Lily, and she's a rescue. It's a mutual thing, and we rescued one another. But she never bonded with anybody until we got together. And it's a good energy to have around. Unconditional love in the room all the time. It's good energy to have around. I try to take her everywhere I go. I give her the choice. Sometimes she doesn't want to. She'd just rather lay there and sleep. Chase rabbits in her dreams. But, yeah, dog, God and togs. Said it a million times. Togs, by the way, is clothes. Specialized work clothing. But it is unconditional love, and Some places don't want to let Lily in. Well, then we can't go there. Kind of like the mask. Hey, you got to have a mask come in here. Oh, okay, then we won't come in. No problem. No problem. Still want to ask the question, though. How many masks do you smell bullshit? I know Joe wears two, and he's not smelling it yet, but he's just dealing it, so he's selling it. He's selling the bullshit, so he's wearing the bullshit, you know? I have a little t-shirt ministry. I put lines on t-shirts. You know, you've seen my left tav. Today I'm in the Hamsa hand. You know, got the all-seeing eye there. And the right-hand rule. You know anything about the right-hand rule of electricity and the spin? And the spin of cosmic debris that we're leaving behind us? Trailing behind us, our trailing edge of cosmic debris. Access it. We can go back and access that. Go back. Bring it in again. Retrograde. Know anything about the retro? And get to do it again. It's kind of what that's all about. Hey, you screwed up the last time. Here's a second chance. A lot of things are in retrograde, and you think that, oh, gosh, why isn't that working? Well, you got to know what planet controls what. What? You know, the moon controls water. Tides. What controls what? Neptune, Uranus, Mercury. Mercury's commerce. Jupiter, expansion. Saturn, leadership, control. It's kind of be good, it can be bad. But he still is the leader of the pack, so take that, Jack. So there you go. We covered a few of the red words in the Bible, the red letters. Where you know. And it's more the red wine. It's not the blood. It's the blood, but it's the wine. Because the wine's in the blood. See, the wine is in the blood. It's the endocrine system. It's really the first system made when you're being created in the womb. The mushroom, the tea room, royalty. You know, see, here's a big old switcheroo on your ass. On your ass. Royalty. Royalty is homemade wine. And these royalty, they know about the homemade wine. They don't want you having their wine. That wine is for them only. Some of them have the third eyesight, like I say, but they don't have the transformed mind. If they had the transformed mind, they wouldn't want to control you so bad. However, what was the guy's name? Rene Descartes. I think he said something to the effect that something about the greatest minds are capable of the greatest vices. Something like that. The greatest of vices. So, you know, everybody needs a challenge. But they've just gotten fat and lazy, and you're being their slave. Slave to the beast system. See, there is no education system. It's just indoctrination and inculcation. So that you will be a slave, a mule, a workhorse to the beast system. So we kind of like the wild Mustang, kind of like the pinto pony. Hey there, Clydesdale. You hauling the beer, the Budweiser? The Lipizzan stallions are pretty cool. My old Great Dane, he pranced like a Lipizzan. He didn't run. He pranced like a Lipizzan stallion. He pranced. He knew how pretty he was. It's funny to watch. Now Lily, she runs like a linebacker. Give her the ball, she'll score. She'll get to the goal line. I'll take you there. See how long we got off on another tangent. See how long that lasted? I can just get into these little phases for days. For days. So we got to get out. We got to get out of this spin we're in. Let you go so I can go. But I'll be back. Prodigal son, he's back. He always comes back, you know. Every day. I like daylight savings time. Some people don't care much for it. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, don't listen to the news. Make it.